Welcome to the Starting a Project training module. In this module, we will go through the welcome screen in Lutron Designer and the project setup wizard. Step 1, project location. Step 2, project information. Step 3, project options. And Step 4, appearances. When you first launch the software, you will be required to enter your MyLutron email and password in order to use the software. You will need certain account privileges that needs to be verified by Lutron. For more information, please contact Lutron Designer at lutron.com. After you have successfully authenticated yourself, you will be greeted with the welcoming screen. In this screen, you can either create a new project on the left or open an existing project. You will notice that the software also automatically shows you all your recent projects that you may have done for easy access. If you are a first-time user and just want to see what a project could look like in Lutron Designer, you can also click on the Sample Projects tab to take a look at our sample project files. Now, let's take a look at the steps in creating a new project by clicking on Create a New Project. Before diving directly into designing your project through the main user interface, Lutron Designer asks you to go through 4 simple steps in order to optimize your software experience. Step 1. Please tell the software the location of your project. This allows Lutron Designer to filter in products that only can be used in that region of the world. If you cannot find the city in the list, you can click on Add Custom City. Provide details of the city if you have them, and type in the name of the city in the combo box. Once you are done, please click on Next. Step 2 is where you can define your project information, including the name of your project. If you are a Lutron rep agency or Lutron employee, the project name should match the job number, for example, 101234, and quotation number should match the quote number, for example, quote 1 rev 3 in Lutron's quoting software. In the final report that Lutron Designer generates, you have the option to include critical contacts that are related to your project, such as architect, electrical engineers, lighting designers, Lutron salesperson, Lutron rep, and/or Lutron project managers. You can add information about these contacts by clicking the Add Contacts link on the top right. Step 3 is probably the most important step, which allows you to customize your project's voltage preferences. All line voltage loads and devices requires a voltage specification, and the software will default these voltages to the most common voltage that you select here. If your project has any special requirements on wireless RF devices, for example, certain government facilities do not allow any devices to have any wireless RF capabilities, here is an option for you to hide all RF products. We would recommend to keep this option as yes for most applications because you can still select non-wireless RF products even when you have selected as yes here. Finally, for first-time users, or if you have just installed a new version of the Lutron Designer software, we would recommend you to select Use System Default Toolbox. For more information about the concept of Toolbox, please refer to the following training modules: Adding Lutron Devices Part 1 and Part 2, and Customize your Toolbox. Please pay extra attention to the fields that you have an asterisk on, especially voltage, as you cannot change these settings after you have started your project. The final step of this project setup guide allows you to pick your favorite style and color of your controls. For example, if you know that all your QS keypads are going to be black for your project, you can select black as your default color here. And every time you add a keypad to your project, the black color will be automatically selected for the keypad. Of course, you are always allowed to customize the style of your individual keypads later on within the software after you add them. Once you're done with these 4 simple steps, you are now ready to start creating your project. Simply click on the Finish button to launch the main Lutron Designer user interface. Please visit the other training modules to learn the basics of designing a system in Lutron Designer. Good luck in your design.